central pawn move on the first turn.
Yeah, Hikaru says, no more games, I'm getting serious, and Weeball Nihal, that one came at precisely the right moment. Insane, he misses knight d3, that would have picked up a minor piece right off the bat. He keeps his composure, navigates, talk about the trapeze artist. I mean, he could have lost a minor piece there with just seconds left on the clock, and somehow outplays Hikaru from a dead, drawn endgame. But the key question, Robert, can he capitalize on this momentum? This game might be even more important than the last.
Yeah, you cannot afford to lose this one because then you give Hikaru that renewed sense of confidence. And Hikaru, you saw him at the end of the game, he couldn't believe it. What just happened? How could I possibly lose that position in a classical game? That would never happen. And here with the black pieces, all seems okay for Nihal. He can take on e4, he can get his king safely castled at some point in the near future. But there are some tactics to work out. You always have to look at the h7 pawn, things of that nature. But Nihal thinking and doing the right thing.
And Hikaru might also be saying, hey, I'm the one who's supposed to do that. I'm the one who wins these dead equal endgames on the regular. So for someone to do it against him is particularly impressive, as gleefully orange from if he wants to stay competitive in this match. Now, what do we make of this position? It's an IQP structure. Black's play is very natural here, but White has a bit of an initiative, slightly more active minor pieces.
And for Nihal, you can play knight f6, but you're walking to a pin, and there's some sort of knight e5 in the future. He plays queen c7, sidestepping everything. And then he can play h6 himself. We can bring a rook a to e8, but the c6 pawn, that's the tender point in the position, Danya. And Black can try to play c5 at some moment, but as you point out, d5 is available. There's also some problems potentially on the d file itself. And so, well, for now, Nihal refraining from pushing that pawn.
And there is even bishop takes c6 and then d5, kind of a weird-looking tactic. And if we pull up an analysis board here, after bishop c6, bishop c6, d5, the weird problem for Black is that if he puts a piece in between the rook and the queen, that piece is then going to stand between the rook and the queen, and it's going to be picked up by another pawn. So I'm actually struggling to figure out a defensive move in this position for Black.
I think knight c5.
He takes c6 and then what, a5 to prevent b4?
Yes. Wow,
that's a tough move to find.
Very, very deep, not easy at all, especially because it looks like that pawn c6 will stay there. But as you're pointing out, h2 a bit loose for the time being. That is...
Yeah, this. Wow. Tempo for tempo.
By the way, look what's happening.
into a better spot, I think he's going to win this game somehow.
Oh, but after he just fell, which means way more checks available to the Black Queen.
True, but the king is going to make a mad dash for black side of the board and try to hide around the pawn.
It's not pawn quantity, it's pawn quality. The b6 pawn is a passer. Can't trade queen, you still lose.
I've seen so many of these endgames, and they're just virtually impossible to hold with no time on your clock. Eventually, you're going to let the king slip out of your grasp.
Queen d. Oh, and there it is. King a2.
King a2 is winning on the spot. He missed another win.
Trying to get a sundial, but you don't have it.
Queen c6. No, he
Queen
tides
d4,
beneath the pawn.
Queen e3 or queen c5.
Oh!
This is so difficult for both players.
How is Nihal holding this together? He's using the pin to prevent promotion.
Right, and you can't offer
Queen a5.
Queen d8, queen c8.
It's losing. It's losing. Queen c7.
Goes back to king g6. Queen g8.
It's still a draw. Queen c4. Hikaru getting more and more frustrated. Does he get the sundial? Queen f7.
Is king running to f8?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
F4 though. Don't get me.
King h8. King h8.
Oh!
He hit the corner. He wins the game.
F5, b8, queen. There's no checks.
There's not a single check.
The least likely square on the chessboard, and that's where he went.
Oh my gosh, and now he doesn't even need to trade queens. He could have, but he's going to win these pawns. And wait, but there's still a bunch of checks here.
Oh my gosh, it's still not over.
Yeah, he's got everything he wants. He's connected. G5 hangs.
Oh, what defensive resilience by Nihal, but it's not quite enough, and Hikaru steals it in exactly 100 moves.